start. I don't want to keep you guys here. Sorry about that. I have to record this session for some guys. Share screen. Hope you guys can see my screen now. Priska, you're welcome. Now this is a trade. Now we're going to review all the trades we took last week because I didn't make a video for it. I told you guys I've been sick, but at least I'm trying now to come back on the chat. So I'm going to review the trades we had last week. Then it won't take a lot of time. We shall just pass through them. Then we forecast this week and what we expect. We shall also look at the DXY. Then someone last time said we should also start looking at the psychological part of it. Then we shall also start, I think, looking at the psychological part of it. Yeah. So just a minute. Guys, just a minute. Just a minute. So sorry about okay. So this is the 4-hour time frame. You all know that 4-hour time frame takes up 1 hour candle. Someone last time asked me a question why I chose the time frames, the 15-minute, then the 1 hour, then the 4-hour. It's because I chose at least 1 out of 3. If you get the 4 and you divide it, you're going to find out that you're going to be taking 1 hour. You get. Then you take a quarter of the 4-hour time frame, that's 1 hour. Then the 1 hour, you take a quarter, you're going to get the 15-minute time frame. And there is a way, we're using technical analysis to analyze these charts. It has proven that the 15-minute gives you clear confirmations always. You get. At some point, entering on the 5-minute you're going to enter too early and you may get stopped out. It's the same thing as entering with the 1 hour time frame. Now, there's another skill of entering from the 15-minute time frame. And if you're placing trades like 20 pips stop loss, 15 pips stop loss, it saves you a lot. Now, you all know what happened to my Forex funds, right? My Forex funds, I read the document CTFCC, something like that, released all their thing, like the investigation and all that stuff went to my Forex funds. It looks like they are watching them for too long. And if you guys can read it, I know most of you haven't, but if you like trading, I hope you have read it by now. There's a part where these guys are proud that they cause slippage. You get, there's a note where I read that they quoted, and I think it was a conversation between the managers in my Forex fund, and at some point they say it sleep them to hell. It means they increase slippage. Then you think, okay, on trading view, my trade should be activated. You get, but in their side, it's not activated. You get, oh, your stop loss has been hit. Yet this side it's showing that your stop loss is not supposed to have been hit. So there is something called slippage. That's why I most times I pity those people who set stop loss, 5 pip stop loss. I know it helps you risk small, but at the end of the day, if they're watching you, and if you think you're really profitable, these guys have to watch you. Like, they have to put you on the aggressive list. You get. So to avoid slippage, you enter on a 15-minute time frame, stop loss below structure. You get. There is no way they're going to slip you out. But if you go for smaller time frames, at the end of the day, you're going to take up so many losses, right? Like entering on the 1-minute time frame, you think there is structure there. The 1-minute candles have given you structure. You hit stop loss and you think, oh, this trade is not going to go. At the end of the day, you've missed out on a trade. So right now, I would be taking this sell because that's an M pattern. Now I'm going to review for you guys why I would be taking a sell, why I would have taken this sell on another day. Now, the reason why I didn't take this sell was because something happened to me last week. I entered a trade and it slowed down. I think this was the trade. The whole Asian session was ranging. So that's why I didn't send this setup to the group. but this would have been a nice sell. You get, I'm not sure why it would have been a nice sell, because we have here, and we have here. I hope you guys are, you have to be able to advance your trading, your technical analysis. Sorry guys, I'm straining too much while talking, but I know we shall finish this session anyway. So let's review last week. Yeah. So last week we had this buy. This buy, I think I took a loss around here. I think I took a loss. I don't remember really, but I took one loss last week, but then I had a profitable week. Okay, this was NFP where I bought it and sold it later on because of the data that was released. I think I told you guys that skill. I think I showed you guys the skill of news, but most of you guys don't use it. And I saw Sammy trying to use it and it beat him. Yeah. So this is last week, guys. We have to move on from this. But look, we took a numerous number of trades. And I don't know how you guys were trading. Some people said the past account, something like that, but people don't share in the group, they are sharing DMs. So let me just remove this. I want to move so fast. I don't want to keep you guys here for long, but we shall be meeting on 10 p.m. It helps me, guys. There's the reason why I moved it up there. And I'll try as much as possible to always record these sessions. Now, I want to just clear the chat and give you guys what we should be looking through this week. Now, look at this, guys. The market has been dropping, giving us structure and retesting that structure. We had this sell. This was the breakout here, but we have a retracement to that point. Get. Then we have another sell, breaks this level, but comes back to retest it. Again, now this was yesterday, right? We have this sell. This was today. We have this sell, but guess what? The market has come back to retest it, and giving us that sort of pattern. Also, I'm telling you guys that I would have sold from here. Most of you haven't seen that though. It's supposed to be. I know Diego might have seen it because Diego at least sticks to it at some point. Though, for you, if you're not used to trading this style the same way, just always repeat your chart. Like leave this chart aside, go back and create a new chart. The watch list, create a new chart. There are so many brokers giving the same quotes and all that stuff. Create a new chart of GBP USD. Come here like this one. This is where I do my rough work. If I don't want to delete what's here, I reanalyze everything, then I take the trade. Most of you just leave it and just come and continue from where you stop. At the end of the day, you may miss out something. You get, I know I've never told you guys this, but you may miss out something. So leave this graph here. Just go back here and do your rough work here. I think I did rough work today. Let me see. Today, I did some rough work. You can see. I tried to do some rough work in there. Get, I don't just, you can, this was yesterday. I did this rough work yesterday. Yeah, so you have to always wait. Now, see how the market is moving to. It comes, it forms a Benson here. You can also see it here. Then it drops. So you're supposed to be dynamic the way we trade. You don't just wait and see how the market is. This market changes every time. It changes every time. Because tomorrow we may have a breakout to the downside or a bullish move. So you're supposed to record that in your head that, okay, this market is presenting this. At the end of the day, I have to do this. You get. You're always supposed to update, refresh your mind. You get, always. But I've always stick to the same strategy. Though, if someone is explaining to me that strategy, I'm going to listen. But at the end of the day, I'm going to simplify it. You get. I'm going to come back to my chat and be like, okay, he calls this, he calls this. But at the end of the day, I know how to use the strategies. Yes, sorry, I'm straining my voice. I've been sick. So I'm trying. I wouldn't miss this live session though. Yeah, so this is how we're expecting GEO to move. GEO may bounce up back to here and break down, or it may break this. Once it breaks this retest, it's going to sell. You get, it's going to sell. So let's see if this candle's moved. Okay, this is not convincing because it's just 30 pips. This may be convincing too. We may rely on the DXY to determine. We may rely on the DXY to determine the direction for the week. Though you shouldn't always just go to the DXY to give you a confirmation for the movement. Now, let's see if there's a divergence. Those guys who don't know which M to take, whether this was the M or this one, always apply indicators. It's not your fault that some people say indicators are bullshit and all that stuff. There are some that don't lag behind, like a divergency. If you had seen this bearish candle, come up here and pull your indicator. I don't use indicators that much, but at some point I use them for comfort. Let's see if there's a divergency. Here, there is none. That shows that at some point this market is still kind of promising to push further. You get, you're supposed to know this at some point. But if there's a divergence, like if this was pointing up and this was pushing down, would have taken, let's see if on the 1 hour it's down. But sometimes it may form on the 15-minute. Now on the 1 hour, do we have a divergence? No, still, we don't have a divergence. So that shows that this market is still likely to push to the upside. I wouldn't be comfortable taking sales, but if I'm not seeing a divergence there, what am I going to pull up for? I'm going to pull up more reasons why I would sell from this area. You get, I won't rely on an indicator. Supposed to know that. Sometimes indicators don't give you the signal. That's why we trade confluences. We don't just trade for like that. We trade reasons why. Why am I taking this trade? At the end of the day, it's going to help you not to take so many losses. Good. And once you find the confluences, don't just jump in. Always wait. Now I told you guys the reasons why I take two setups a day. If one setup hits stop loss in the morning, I'm not scared to tell you guys that I'll take losses. Every day when I enter the chart and I'm willing to trade, I know that I can lose that money. Losses are inevitable. You get. By the end of the day, make sure your profits are more than your losses. That's the business we are in right now. If you find someone telling you, I don't take losses, run for your life, man. Run for your life. Losses are part of it. Because you're not the one moving this market at the end of the day. So I still expect this market to go up, but it will all rely on the DXY to give me the direction. That would have sold from here because that's what the market was printing up here. I would have sold from here because of the print up there. But why would I sell? I'm seeing an M pattern. I'm seeing a low of the week. I'm also seeing a previous area that has come back to be retested. Those are 3 reasons, right? But let's not forget that there is a trend line that has been broken here. The market can pull up here and push. So these are the questions I ask myself every damn time before I take a trade. This must have been my break, and this is just like a retest to the psychological level for it to buy. You get like around this area. It's an area, it's never one point. So it can push up. So what am I going to do as a when I'm trading? I'm going to wait. And I know this is a risky trade. Reason being, I have other reasons why this trade can go against me. That's how I approach the market. My emotions are stable and I can lose the money. Get. And guys, don't be scared to take up new challenges. Don't be scared to take up new challenges. One thing I know, the regulatory body in the US is so strict. You can even see they're going to start taxing content creators in Uganda. But those US guys are so strict. Too strict with everything. So if you see a prop farm is not located in America, take up the challenge, man. At the end of the day, it's you against yourself. Other friends will lie to you, I'm not taking up a challenge, but here's capital. You don't have, right? So if you can take up a challenge, I always tell you, don't leave your capital there. Once you pass a challenge, withdraw profit. That profit will make you feel like you have done it. You bought it at $49. Withdraw $49. Why are you leaving it there? You're accumulating profit. You want them to divide highly. You get, what if you lose the money? I always withdraw my profit. Always. I don't leave it there because I have things to do with money. Some people want to trade and so they take screenshots of their withdrawal. It doesn't make sense, man. Get social media. At the end of the day, how are you doing it yourself? You, how are you doing it? No one is going to be that. People look at your screenshot for seconds and they forget he has made this. Okay. Some even hate. So I don't know why you would keep up with all this with just take a screenshot and post it all over. So Guys, that's what you're looking for. Now let me just take a deep dive into DXY because I only tried one, but I used the DXY for analysis. I saw the DXY pushing higher. I did the rough work and it does a bullish trend right here. So this DXY may come back here because this is too much. It's a vacuum. So I likely see it coming back to this area before buying because this is a huge vacuum. It's rare for the market to move like that. So I may see a slight retracement, then a bullish move. Though it didn't mean that it's going to 100% happen. You get Forex is 70%. Never 100% is not there. Even a pro. Do you know the people who call themselves pros? Because I'm not a pro in this thing. I'm a beginner like everyone else. Everyone's supposed to be a beginner. Because if you're a master, why are you taking losses? Right? So the people who call themselves pros, they'll be like, 100% signal sent. Those are lies, man. Those are lies. So 70% chances are, to my analysis, that it may come back here and push further. But this is the 4 time frame. Let's see. The 1 hour time frame says that it's already rejecting in an area, but I still think it has to push lower before buying. So we're going to just wait and see. I'm going to try to be active and send every signal that I have to you guys. Yeah. So another thing about psychology, right? Guys, don't be scared. Don't waste pips. See, you guys, sometimes you enter multiple positions and it goes even above the amount you were willing to risk that day. The account type you're trading you're supposed to be aggressive, but you thought, okay, it's time to make money. You've destroyed your rules. Risk management is out of context and you're losing money. Yeah. If you feel that you've reached the consistency, you're almost there, right? Take few setups a day. All your setups are going to be calculated risks, right? Let's say you're taking 4 trades. Let's take 4 trades. You lose the first one. You lose the second one. You're risking, let's say 0.5% of your account or 1%. You've lost 1%. You've lost the second trade, that's 2%. Third trade, you have to win. It's not a must, but you may win. And your win is supposed to recover these losses. That's how you trade. It's a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio or 1 to 3. If you feel that, okay, I've lost the first trade, don't come and risk the same amount. Sometimes reduce your risk. These are all things that your brain, okay, at the end of the day, you're not programmed. You just see it there that I feel this trade is this. You're not going to program your brain to do it. You just see it automatically there. Sometimes someone tell me why I do take this trade, but then I have to explain. But when I was taking the trade, it just happened automatically. Like my brain told me, don't do this, do this. Of course, the more time you practice, the more you're going to get it. That's obvious. That's obvious. So don't be chilling and think, okay, I've deposited $100. I'm going to make $30 a day. $30 next week, I'm buying a car. You don't trade like that. You can lose all that money if you're not careful. Yeah. So you have to just cool down. Just cool down, check the trade, check the setup. Don't look at the profits. Just take your setup normally. You won't even know that I'm now profitable. You just see the withdrawals coming in. Someone asked me, when did you realize you became consistent? You gain consistency. I didn't see it, man. I just realized that, okay, I've made this number of withdrawals. So, if they tell someone, leave the dogs. Sorry, guys. So, you won't see it coming. Someone's like, when did you gain consistency? I gained it when I started doing these rules. You can't see it, man. You just realize that if I don't do this, I'm going to lose money. Emotions are in play, right? So I'm supposed to do this. The withdrawal comes, you start withdrawing, you buy stuff, you buy stuff. At the end of the day, you'll be like, okay, Forex has changed my life. Then that's when you start preaching the gospel. You realize that if if it was that easy, everyone would be a millionaire. Like, okay, I've gained consistency. I'm not a millionaire. It would be easy. People don't tell you what they go through. It has to be like, hey, I gain consistency in the year this. Okay, the year can be told, but you can't say on this day. It's not easy, man. You can't see it coming. You can't see it coming at all. So, guys, I think I've done some analysis. Most of you here told me that you're now good traders, right? I don't know Epic. Epic never shares about his trades. He just calls to ask about something and goes up. Yeah. So I think Hero didn't tell me about his account. I don't know if his account was my Forex funds type. I don't know that. If it was my Forex funds, sorry, man. But was it my Forex funds? He didn't tell. Maybe he's crying on the low somewhere. Guys don't share anything. But for those who have passed their accounts, Kongs, man, we're almost there. It's just a small push remaining. And you don't give up. Man, I also lose money. Last week I lost some good amount of money. Was it last week or the other week? But at the end of the day, you're supposed to recover it. That's trading. It's not going to pay you what your boss is paying you, man. It's going to give you more than that. That's the truth. Though at some point you're supposed to bear with your boss. Because he may be the one paying you, okay, for your sweat, but you're funding your account. And at the end of the day, someday you may tell him to fuck it, I've quit. It's possible. It's supposed to just put in that persistency, okay? Yeah. So guys, I think that's it. Anyone who's going to ask a question or anything. I saw some video in the group and some guy was saying Forex is going to end in 2 years. Bruh. I don't know, but Ugandan traders, I don't know. I tend to avoid such drama, but when someone says something that has been there for centuries is going to end in 2 years, beats my understanding. So guys, ask any questions. Let me see. We are yet to be good at trading, still improving on entries, criteria, and risk management. Thanks. Hey, okay, guys. I don't know the guys who are offline, but we're remaining with 10 subscribers. I think to hit 1,000. Yeah. Thanks, guys, for sharing, though. Some people didn't share, but thanks for sharing. And you guys, it reach a point when you're once posting on that channel. I hope so, because I feel it's too much. To reach a point when you guys are posting videos on that channel. At one point, you need maybe someone will also be teaching guys, and they will need to develop their community or something. So the more if you feel you're growing in trading, come and tell me that okay, I want to share signals in the channel. You share signals. If they are good, you gain your confidence. I'm saying the channel, not the group. The group is different. Everyone thinks they are withdrawing money. Everyone thinks they're profitable. At the end of the day, people on demos. You know that? People post profits better than demos. Yeah. So if you feel your profit, if you feel you feel yourself, just can't tell me, man. This week, I want to share signals in the channel. I'll make you admin. I'll make you admin. So me, there is nothing that I'm building alone. Now I'll make you admin of the channel and share your trades. It helps a lot. It helps a lot. Because right now I want to bring my kid brother on because he trades. He's in this group actually. He trades and he's actually good. One day he will be done sharing. 14-year-old sharing setups here. You never know. Only that he doesn't have that confidence. He's still on. Yeah. But I feel he's good because his risk management is top notch. Yeah. Here's something on news. What news, Anis? I've seen your message. What type of news are you talking about? Uh, let's see. I'm just waiting for the questions. Rollings, he didn't get back to me. He didn't get back to me. We stopped halfway. I hope he's hearing me. Rolling. Stopped halfway. You went off grid. Please help me and the tactic used for trading. Don't master how it's done. Now, this is what people get confused about. You see, news is not supposed to make you rich immediately. News is just supposed to help you hit your targets faster. Some people think it's NFP, it's time to make rich. I'm risking everything. I used to do that. I won't lie, but at the end of the day, I realized that I have to risk what I'm affording, what I'm supposed to risk that day to trade news, right? So if NFP is coming, I do my analysis and I know it's going to be a setup. I do, if I'm risking 1%, I'm going to risk that 1%. Some people risk the whole account. And you know, some brokers do that. They even extend your entries way below where you set them. Yeah, slippage. So, about news. My news is, trust me, news is a 50-50% move. Like, no one knows the digits. Now, let me ask, today I posted something in group, in the channel, and it was something. I always receive emails for the economic events that are happening that week, but I receive them every day because I subscribe to some stuff, something like the New York Journal or something, or Wall Street Journal or something. So they send me emails every morning that I read first. It's the first thing I read in the morning. So it was the US employment data on Friday was of mixed results, right? So the second point was Cleveland Fed president stated last Friday that inflation remains too high, implying that Fed may hike its next meeting, meaning they're going to try to reduce the interest rate again to curb inflation. So that, I don't know what news we have this week. I don't know if it's FOMC or something, but these guys can give you an insight. So that when you go to FOMC, you know what other people are thinking of. So if let me get Forex Factory, where we get from the news. Other people get them from other sites, but we're going to use Forex Factory. Forex Factory. I'll just give you guys the tip. Though at some point I'd stopped trading news because now let's say yesterday was a bank holiday. Today was, did we have news today? No, we didn't. Let's just go to last week. Let's just go to last week. All brokers are now worried. Like, my Forex funds was running a brokerage company secretly. That's why they're going to, it may not even come back, guys. I read that paper, I was scared for it. Like, it was too, this guy, the owner, can you imagine there's only one owner? That guy who spoke. And they were saying his lavish trading. He went and bought a Lamborghini at auction at $1.3 million. Can you imagine? Then he bought a Bugatti. So all these things were quoted in that statement. And they even brought out some of their calls, like the recordings. And these guys were scared of one guy who was always banging them 100K cash out, 100K payout. And these guys were like, how do we get rid of this guy? That was a conversation. How do we get rid of this guy? And I think this guy was over withdrawing 100K, 100K, 100K. And they looked for ways of destroying him, but they wouldn't. So the statement written, how do we get rid of this guy? It was serious, man. These guys were doing us dirty. So now every brokerage, every prop firm is trying to write on their website that we are trading simulated account, not live money. So that you know that it's a demo account, but they pay you for the demo. All of them are trying to clear their papers. My Forex fund was just 3 years. FTMO, I think, is the one that came earlier. I think it came in 2014, 2015. Yeah. So this was NFP last Friday. And you can see that the news was first negative for the dollar, meaning the spike up. So guess what? This was the spike. Then guess what? This is the positive news. The real NFP thing was positive for the dollar. Now let's go to NFP last week and see, I've moved a very essential line that can confuse everyone here who relies on signals. This line, psychological level. Sorry guys, just a minute. That's the line. So let's look at, was this NFP? This was NFP, right? Look, the news first flashed up. This is what you're supposed to be seeing. Once it flashes up, remember it can't just skip. It's not a CPI used to skip, but trading just to show you the real movement. Look at this. It flashed up, right? So this is it, negative. Even this is negative. So, and it pulled back in. So it kept playing around there, but it was really negative. You can't just flash up, then skip and go down. NFP stop moving like that. So what happens is it plays around. So I get in from here. I got in from around this psychological level. Reason being, it had news follows. Have I ever told you guys this, that the result after is the real data that was released? That's why NFP can first go up, then it comes back to the entry and then finishes its move, like in the next candle. So you're supposed to know this with news. When the right data comes in and the market, let me say it just flashed up anyhow, right? Like this. And they run to trade, run here. If you've missed the entry, run here, refresh, see if it's positive or negative. Negative for the US dollar means it has to be red. Positive is green. Come back here and see the position of the market. If it has continued up, there you've missed it. But if it's coming back to retrace and you've seen the actual data that, okay, I'm positive or negative for the dollar, enter your positions in that direction because you're going to make money. Now here, if you see properly, this thing had just moved, but it hadn't read this positive move for the dollar. It tried to read it here with these weak rejections, but it later came in to feel it on this psychological level for the sell. All this is the result of the aftermath of NFP. So if you find other news, just always run here, check for the data if you've missed it. There is that one that goes at once, that's hard. But if it starts playing around, just come here and watch this. It's released seconds after, and then take your trades this side. Don't panic with it. And don't risk your whole account. Take slow. Know that news is there to hit your targets faster. Now, if it goes faster, hold your trade, break even, take out some profits, and let the rest run. Don't be that taking screenshots. Some of us, we take the screenshot, but I'm going to close on a laptop. I'll take a screenshot on the phone and just move a script to the laptop. Everything will close, even though there are 100 positions. All will go at once. And they, am I taking screenshots? How sure I am not closing trades on the laptop? I have like 3 laptops here. Yeah. So, guys, I think that's it. By the way, I wanted to inquire from you if you use an extra to trade. Example, like Magic Keys. I bought a Magic Keys, the tool, the online one. I bought it. And also the physical one, but I think my young bro uses it. He's at my mom's home. Right now I'm at my place. My young bro, I think, is the one who uses the Magic Keys. But he also knows how to use the laptop. Because I taught him how to use the script that closes all positions at once. Only that the Magic Keys had, it would say close half. It had so many buttons, right? There's an online Magic Keys. Let's see if we can get it. Magic Keys is Thingi's tool. Raja Banks. Magic Keys. It's this one. On-screen version. You can see they have an on-screen version too. I'll just show you guys the picture of how it looks like. I used to enjoy it. I bought it during COVID though. Towards the end of COVID. At the end of the COVID. And I want to tell you, I wasn't profitable like to start buying fancy stuff, but I felt I watched one of Roger Banks's videos and I felt like I need this thing, and I didn't use it for long. You get, I didn't use it for that long. Guys, this thing is delaying to open. I don't know if it's that website because my internet is faster. My internet is too fast. Magic keys. Roger Banks. I want a picture just. I think it's their website. I just want an image. This is how it looks like. You can go and make research about it. You can see here, close half, close full, close custom, zoom in, target default, partial take profit, auto B, open calc is the calculator, input pips, all this. Can play around with it, right? So it's just a button, just click. You blend it in with your MT4, MT5, and it does its magic. Can see someone here was using it. So guys, that's it. It's 10:48. Any other question? Can ask. Wow, I've not taken my tab. Guys, any other question? Thank you for being here though. I'm gonna post this video. The book. Oh, you guys want the book? Let me send the picture right now. Just a second. Boom. Hope you guys have seen it. That's the book. Crypto Investing Guide. It was sent to me by. Yeah. So you can read that book, guys. So I wish you guys a profitable week. I don't know who's sharing this week. Anyone to volunteer. Anyone to volunteer this week to share profits, share trades. You come on Friday and also show us the trades you took. Yeah. So who should it be? Who should it be? Let me just choose at random. Harold. Harold. I think it should be Harold. Harold has gone offline. Harold is unsharing. He has gone offline. He has gone offline. He should share this week. So thank you guys for being here. Have a great one.